Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with episode 6 of The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World. This episode was a 10 out of 10 episode. It was perfect. Now, you could argue that maybe there was some booba that should have been shown, some more skin in a couple of different places, some other panels, but I think regardless of the fact, Satelight Studio delivered in strides. To begin this episode, we're at the castle. Shao cures Lady Taltanum, and in a bit of an extended scene, we got there's plenty of these in the plethora. Logi just attacks her on the bed and is like, "I'm sorry," and just gets all lovey-dovey with her, and she's like, "All right, don't get off me. You're gonna kill me." It's a very sweet moment, a little extra bonus from what the manga extended. But after that, there's the conversation between Shaw and Yidra about their ideals about magical equipment, the society, how things are working, how you need licenses to make magical tools. And basically, Yidra's complained to Shaw that your system is being way too restrictive, limiting magical tools to the nobles. And then she, of course, points out that under your system, there was a whole bunch of accidents and everything, and it's like there's too many bad things that went wrong. I mean, it was borderline chaos as she made it out to be. And she, of course, asked Red's opinion, thinking that he would agree with her. And Yidra believes that because the first words out of his mouth are her ideals are hard to achieve, and she just goes off in her world. She doesn't hear the rest of it. That he is actually very supportive. Yeah, she just flies off. He chases her after with the blue Kizuna, and I love how it looks just using the mecha. And there's a scene from the manga where he slams right into her and her boobs fly up in the air, and it was like, oh, it's perfect. Now her boobs did look a little small in that panel, but it was good. They're on the snow, they talk it out. It's like, hey, listen, I think your ideals are hard, but they are worth achieving. And she did, and there's mention of like, yeah, we do have our restrictions in Japan, like for licensing and everything. Now, one of the things to basically talk about, and going off a little thing, is they never talked about punishment sort of things, and I think punishment does say a lot. Or a lot of these people had artifacts and could do bad things, but if you have people that also had artifacts could defend everything. Yes, it'd been chaotic, but in America we had people that were like, if you go to a doctor, if they proved themselves to be a doctor, then cool. If they didn't, you shun them, whatever. It's kind of a basic back and forth. Yes, this is an older society, and so it's kind of to be expected. But there is some point. Yes, you could put some restrictions. I would say not, but whatever. But also Yidra mentions having schools to educate people on artifacts. So yeah, there's also that as well, which we have labels and tell people to use the equipment. Following that, we get some glorious scenes. We get a bath scene, and there was some booba. There, you could say the mist covered some stuff, but we got some spiciness. We got some excellent spiciness in the feet department. This one happens a little bit later after the second time around when Kizuna Red invades her bath. But yeah, the Satellite Studio gives a very good attention to detail on the feet, even in this even from a draw distance. Yeah, the right foot's a little bit messed up, but the left foot looks really good. And of course, if you're looking for the underside, they do an excellent job later. And this scene also has jiggle physics. The boobs are bouncing his face. He doesn't know what to make of it. It's so good. And then this, of course, is from the first bath scene. We get her beautiful legs, we get her feet, and we even get them raised up. And this is like, we didn't need this. Like, this was bonus material. We didn't need this. Like, we weren't privileged to that. But yeah, so she's messing with the bond metal at this point, and seeing the connection, and then as it's get closer to her boob, it sparkles and it summons him, and they have a freak out moment. They do a little bit of reordering of scenes, but like after when he tries to get out of the bath, he slips and hits his head, and you do see Yidra's beautiful butt. So, and that comes later with the second time around, but it's like it's okay. We got the material. Anyway, after that scene, which will he goes up to Logi, super excited, making bonds, whatever. They're all pretty happy, and then of course he shines, and then she gets summoned again. He gets summoned again. Another bath scene. There's like this beautiful water moment. Everything it was good. But following that, we get back to their room. There's an expanded scene where they talk about instant transmission, like going towards or emergency Kizuna, going to or the others are if they're in danger, sort of shtick. We get to see the other Rangers, what they do. Green's working out, Yellow's eating, Blue is in a meeting, and Pink is in a high school, so she's talking with her friend. We get to see a little bit of their daily lives. It was nice. We got a little expanded scene. We even get to see their monster. It was cool. It was very fun. And she's like, we got to discuss between this. They discussed bond metal and the bond energy. Like we got to spend all night talking about this. He's so damn nervous. And in the morning, they have a hard time looking at each other, and and this is also in the manga, keep in mind, she mentions, oh, did you guys bond merge, or basically did you copulate? It's like, no, we didn't do that. And Shao even comes behind like, man, I can't believe they're talking about this in the royal castle early in the morning. It's just so funny. And even Logi's like, the princess should not be talking about that. And I love that Teltena has like the little teeth, whatever. It's so cute on her. So it was so good. And then following that, we're in the court. We get in the courtroom. They discuss. She wants to go on an adventure, continue getting the privileged seeds, as hers is the only one that can dispose of them. But they do make mention of using them for military purposes, conquering the demi-humans in their world. But there's definitely cause concern. It's like, well, if Shaw is in charge and everything and makes good use of it, it's like. And they think it's a bad idea because the demons creating everything. It's like, well, I can make it so that they don't get affected or do the best I can. It's not a necessarily a good idea, but hey, the government is their government. They're being idiotic, and they move on to their journey, and it ends with them being in the desert. Essentially, this covers chapters 7 and a little bit of 8, about half of 8 or so. So it's a nice round number. We probably will get to around chapters 14 or 15, maybe, probably more like 15 in the manga. So not too far ahead from the end. Not too much. But yeah, I like this episode. We got the fan service. We got Booba, we got Butt, we got Feet. We got some nice character moments. Red's just being very supportive and saying, "Hey, you need to bond. I'm your friend. We're gonna make this bond work together. I believe your ideals can happen, and you also should bond with Shawa and work together. Even though she is your nemesis, you're both interested in magic. You're both interested in helping society. Clash with each other and make beautiful friendship. And that was essentially this episode. Anyway, I'll stop talking. Like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys next time for episode 7. Make sure you have a wonderful day. Make sure to comment, and subscribe.